Hey everyone, and welcome to my channel, Your Sunny Arches. And it is I, Your Sunny Arches, and we're here today to do a reading for Aries for the first half of May from the 1st to the 15th of 2020. Okay, and for this reading, there are some points that I want you guys to keep in mind. Please keep in mind that I read from the sun sign perspective, so this isn't really vice versa unless I'm led to say it is. But you're free to check out your moon and rising signs and let me know how it all resonates with you. Okay. Also, please keep in mind that you do have free will, so you have the ability to make the choices that are best for you. Through this reading, we're going to do a general reading with clarifier cards and advice cards. For the general reading, we're going to use the Bonfire Tarot. For the clarifying cards, we're going to use the Gypsy Oracle deck. And for the advice cards, we're going to use the Eight Coins Tattoo Tarot. All right. So after the general reading for the first half of May, we're going to go into the love reading. The love reading is going to be divided into two readings, one for men and one for women. And we will use the romance angels for the love reading. Trying to think of what else. Yes, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Okay, please pass the word. And let's see where we can get with subscribers, and not just the subscribers, but I think what's more important too, I want you guys to keep in mind is that through this reading, we're looking at the energies. We're not necessarily looking at all the people involved. We're looking more at the things that you need to do in order to make it through the first half of May. Not like you can't, not like it's necessarily going to be devastating, but it's just some certain things to keep in mind to better handle any situations that may come your way. So this is just to make you aware of the energies within and around you, and how best to handle them as things come along. All right, and I think that's pretty much it. So let's get started. This is the Bonfire Tarot. It has tattoo illustrations, which I absolutely love. And they are somewhat difficult to shuffle, but I've been able to kind of break them in. All right. So what important messages do we have for Aries for the first half of May of 2020? What important messages do we have for Aries for the first half of May of 2020? All right, Aries. Oh, wow. All right, I think this is going to be the last one. All right, here we go. What important messages do we have for Aries for the first half of May of 2020? Important messages for Aries. Nice. The Star card. Okay. More cards, please. That's a lot. So let me tell you, Aries, what happened. I actually had started your reading earlier, and I was just about done with the general part, and getting ready to go into the love reading when my computer died. So, yeah. So I do apologize. It was a pretty intense reading. Um and since my computer died, I had to charge it, be a while, and a whole bunch of stuff. I figured I would just redo your reading once again. It still feels a little heavy. I can yeah, it definitely feels heavy, and you got some heavy cards in here. I like them though. So let's see, Aries. In the recent past, we have the star card, right? So the star lets us know that you've either one of two things: received recognition, received fame for something you have done, accomplished, managed, or you are sorry, three things. You're healing, or you have healed from something that happened in the past. And last but not least, a wish came true. And every time I see the star card, there we go. I always think of I'm Wishing on a Star by Rose Royce. Um, and if you did, I hope it was a good one. Okay. So since this came out in a set of two pairs for the clarifying cards, we have Priest and Love clarifying the star card. So this could be a even though we're going to do a love reading, this seems to be a love reading. So you'll have a double dose. So for the star card in the recent past, you might have gotten married. You have the priest and you have love, right? Or you might have found the one, and they could be an Aquarius. That person, your significant other, could be an Aquarius, right? But I believe that after having reached this, it seems like it's more of a wish that came true, more of a possibly even a spiritual healing that has come true. Um, I think now, uh, sorry, other things are going to start coming in. So let's take a look here. So you got, like I said, you have the priest and love here. So some of you have gotten married. Okay, congratulations. Um, till death do you part, right? Okay. Some of you have gotten married. Some of you may have gotten engaged. You may have met your kindred spirit, is what I like to call them, because there are so many different labels. Trying to figure out what that beep was. Um, so many different labels, and for me, that's just the best way to go about it. What else could it be? And I think it's more that it could also be you have the cherub, maybe some sort of spiritual healing or emotional healing or both, right? And then on this side we have wife and hope. Uh, so again, it looks like there was a marriage, a possible reconciliation in with a marriage or within a relationship that has left everyone very hopeful, or at least the parties involved very hopeful of what can come in the future. Okay, so congratulations on all that. Great reconciliations. I hope that things do work out for the best. It seems like you guys were stuck in some really deep waters, and now you're finally like you found a piece of an island where you're able to rest. So, and have a momentary refuge, right? So, yeah, you guys were having some issues. And I'm glad that seems to have been healed, that seems to have been resolved. So, now looking at the present energies, We have the Death card and we have the Page of Cups. Um, so there, because of this that's gone on in the recent past, now there are some changes that are happening in the relationship. Maybe it could be with the roles, it could be the type of relationship that it's going to be, um, the things that are finally going to be said and admitted, right? And whatever these changes are, these transformations are, um, it looks like that there's going to be a love offering. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to clarify that. It could also be that through these healings, you may see some changes within your child, especially if they are of a water sign, right? Let's see. Why is the death card here? But, well, that's a couple cards there for the death card. So for the death card, we have despair, we have fortune, and money. So apparently, there must have been a period where there, hmm, there's there definitely was a period where there was a lack. Okay, and apparently, it has to do with money, it has to do with the finances. So maybe, um, although you finally healed and been able to reconcile, and all these wonderful things that were happening in the recent past, um, there someone is, if it's not I don't feel like it's you, Aries. I really don't. um I think what I want to do is I want to clarify who the Page of Cups is, but I want to use a different deck for that. I'm going to use the Tarot of the Night. Who is the Page of Cups? Is that a child? Is that Aries? All right, the Page of Cups is the King of Swords. So you may have an air sign who may be coming, who is undergoing all these changes. Okay, the air sign is undergoing all these changes with money. They probably even got to the point where they were very desperate, and so therefore they had to, or even you. It could be you, Aries, as well, because we don't get another page. We don't have another child card. We have an adult card. So this could be you, Aries, as well. Okay, where it's you know you were worried and really concerned about this lack that you were having, especially with the finances, but things are now starting to turn around. You were starting to get desperate. You were starting to get really, really worried and concerned about how you were going to be able to handle these things, and or how you were going to be able to maneuver or move forward if you didn't have what you needed, right? But with these changes, you're finally going to be able to do that. Okay. But as these changes are happening, you are going to come out of that state of despair. You're going to have fortune and money. So there is money coming in. It's coming. So let's say, for example, if you're still waiting on that stimulus check, yes, you are getting one. Um, how soon? I do not know, but it's definitely coming. This is the present line, so it should be coming like now. You know. Um, I hope it does. Let me know if it did. Don't tell me exactly when. Just like, yeah, I did. I finally got it. Um, but so through these changes, and once you're able to have the income that you're needing, you're able to also communicate this uh, this offer of love, right, for someone. Can we clarify the Page of Cups a little bit more? Hey, I flip back. We'll see. If it comes out, it comes out. I didn't get to see which one it was. Can we clarify the Page of Cups a little bit more, please? The King of Swords, so we know that it's an adult. So a thief at the bottom, so let's be mindful. So the Page of Cups is about a home, right? So so the offer could be about maybe having to move in, okay? Wanting to move in with the other person, wanting to get together, um, buy a home, those kinds of things, which would be an obvious next step, especially, with everything that's gone on in the recent past. Okay. But keep in mind, too, that you're going to need to use or embody the energy of the King of Swords, especially when it comes to discernment. The Queen of Swords um, instantly cuts out and cuts off whoever uh, just doesn't serve her purpose, right? But she also has this nurturing side to her, and uses her communication skills, her logical skills, her rationale, all kinds of that those types of areas, and helping her stabilize her home and making sure they have what they need, right? The King of Swords make sure that all is that is done, as well as um, providing the discernment. So remember, the discernment is just knowing what's right for you and what's not, and then letting it go. Okay, so that's the present, and going into the near future, probably within the latter part of the first half of May, we have the Emperor. So you're gonna go from through all these changes and maybe finally moving in with this person, right? It could be that you're embodying the energy of the King of Swords, or you're dealing with someone who is embodying that energy. They're going to help you cut things out that are not necessary in order to make this dream come true of having a home together. Okay. So in the near future, you're going to be in your emperor status. You're going to be in your emperor energy, because the emperor is Aries anyway. So yes, you are going to be the emperor, and as the emperor, you rule the land, right? And here, the emperor has something similar to a crystal ball. So you see all in advance. You already see all and you know all. So based on all the things that have happened, you already have an idea of what may be coming your way anyway, or what obstacles, what decisions you may have to make, what plans you may have to make, what changes or modifications you may need to make as well. And that's great. And as the emperor, you being in that energy, you're going to be able to move on. Okay, Six of Swords. You're going to be able to move on, especially in the mental aspect, and take a bit of a mental break. Okay, you've been able to establish everything, and you're going to come to a point where you're going to need to take a moment to take a break. What I do, hmm, what I do want to do is, let's clarify the Six of Swords. What are we moving on from? What are we moving on from? I'm not going to clarify the Emperor, because I really believe that's just you being in your Emperor mode, right? Like I said before, the Emperor is Aries. You are the Emperor, so I don't think there's any need to clarify that. But the Six of Swords, what are we moving on from? What is an old woman? Okay, I just wanted to check, make sure none of my cards are upside down. So you're moving on from the past. Maybe there was an older woman, or there is an older woman that you feel that is very negative. She's very very contradictory to you and your values. I'm trying to combine values and morals. Sorry. Your values, your morals, your ethics, your boundaries. She is not respectful of your boundaries at all. So you're definitely moving on from this person, and you're moving on from anybody who has this type of, bitter old angry woman type of energy, type of vibe. You don't need it. We don't need it. Don't nobody need it. It's time to move on. So that's probably the reason why this happened too. The constant antagonizing, the constant provoking, persistent provoking unnecessarily, just for whatever reason. This is that person's behavior, their actions, their attitude towards you, unfortunately. So you're moving on from this type of person. And is to me, the Four of Swords here, I love this card. Look at her. She's taking a break. She's like, oh, I just need a break. So things are going to look up. You're definitely going to take a break. What's going to happen after this bit of a mental break? Maybe you're not feeling well. You just need a few minutes. You just need a moment to kind of clear out that energy. And I say definitely. We all need a break. We all need a little rest here and there. What's going to happen after or let's clarify the Four of Swords. If there's any additional message about the Four of Swords. Doesn't seem like it. So if there's no additional messages for this well, waiting is at the bottom. Look at that. You're waiting. So when you come towards the end, you're gonna take that break because you're gonna wait. So while you're waiting, you're just gonna rest, especially resting your mind. Just taking a breather. Yeah. Okay. So what we'll do now is we'll take some advice cards. I have a way of doing things, and I like to make sure that it's done the way it should be. So that when the cards fall out, they fall out the way they're supposed to. All right. Here we go. So this is the 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot. Advice cards for Aries for the first half of May 2020. These cards are kind of long. See my hands? They're about the length of my hands. Maybe short by about a half an inch to an inch. So it's a little difficult to grab a hold of. But I managed. Okay, excellent. So 3 cards, please. For Aries, what advice do we have for Aries for this first half of May of 2020? One more. Oh, okay. So they came out in pairs, so I'm going to read them in pairs, okay? So for advice, some of you will need to reconcile with a Queen of Cups. So this could be like a mother, a sister, grandmother, I don't know, another, more than likely another female, okay? So it looks like a very positive reconciliation with that person, right? Or it could also be you reconciling with your Queen of Cups energy, needing to get back in tune with your emotional self, with your intuitive self, right? It could also mean that you are empathic, as I've heard some other tarot readers say. So some of them like to say that the Queen of Cups is a person who is empathic, and so that might be you as well. So you may feel joy and happiness when you're around other people. So there may be a need to to reach out and maybe celebrate with others. Obviously, you may not want to do it in person right now, but just to reach out and call and see how everyone is doing, that might be a good thing. Okay. And the other pair of cards that came out was the World and the Ace of Cups. So something has finally come to the end of its road. It was meant to come to an end. That's it. And it's okay because you have new love coming in. Okay. What kind of new love? I mean, it could be self-love. It could be, if we read it together, there's a reconciliation with someone who is of a water sign, right? Or it's important that you reconcile with this person. Okay. Or there was see, when I see the black and white card, because there's another Three of Cups card in this 8 Coins Tattoo Tarot deck. But when it's in black and white, for me, it's representative. It's indicative of something that has happened in the past. So if you try to reconcile with someone, right? Although you tried to reconcile with them, the world, these look like great cards. So you try to reconcile with this person or reconcile with this part of yourself. And by doing that, you've been able to finally end a specific cycle, and bring in that self-love that you need for yourself, or bring in the love that you wanted, which, something that you were able to do in the past tense. And going forward, that may be what you're bringing in. One more advice card for Aries. I just want to know what let me see. The World card. What is it exactly that's come to an end? See, the World card is looking at the Queen of Cups. You got 3 more. So that's a kind of, oh, whoa. That's a lot of cards. That's a lot of cards. Wow, still a lot of cards. So the Magician card. So it's time for you to manifest something. I think, yeah. So you're finally going to manifest that new love. But you got to come, you're going to be the Emperor at the end of the day. But don't forget to, get back into your Queen of Cups mode. Don't forget that part of yourself. Okay, so we're going to leave it there for now. Thank you, Aries. That was great. And what we're going to do is we're going to put these cards away. And we're going to start on the love readings. Okay. All right. All right, time for the love readings. Here we go. So now we're going to do love. No. I love this deck. Okay, and we did it. All right, so we're doing a love reading for Aries men for the first half of May of 2020. Oh, deception card. No. Love reading for Aries men for the first half of May 2020. I say no like that because the deception card has come out many times and it's still showing up again. I don't know if you guys can see it. I have my computer to the side. Saw new love. So yeah, definitely new love. All right, one more for Aries men. One more shuffle. What love messages do we have for Aries men for the first half of May of 2020? It wants to keep going. Man, it's taking a minute. There we go. Love messages for Aries men for the first half of May of 2020. These cards want to jump out. Like, I keep getting a bunch. Okay, there goes 2. Love messages for Aries men for the first half of May 2020. put these here. Aw, Aries man, make the effort and very soon. How cute. More cards, please. I need 3 more cards, please. Make the effort and very soon. So make the effort. It says great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. Oh, you know what I realized? This little light wasn't on. It just makes it clear. I don't know now if it's too bright, at least for this for these cards. Okay. You know what? There you go. Very soon, 2 more, please. It says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Okay. Past life relationship, you have known each other before. There's a separation, time apart from your partner is on the horizon, and deception. Someone is wearing a false self mask in this relationship. So, Aries, keep in mind that I read this coming from your energy. So, Aries men, you need to make an effort. This is someone that you, well, you got to decide. Either you want this relationship or you don't. Okay? If you want the relationship, then you need to put the work in. When you put the work in, it doesn't mean it ends once you conquered her. Because, Aries is a little bit of that whole divide and conquering type of energy. You're the emperor. Okay, maybe you're not necessarily about the whole dividing part, but you're definitely about the whole conquering part. So when you make your choice, and if your choice happens to be that you want to make the effort to save this relationship, you have to make sure that all that you're doing are things that you're able to keep up with and continue throughout the entire length of this relationship. So if you recently gotten married, then it has to last the marriage. And what do I mean by that? What I mean is that you're able to show the love, right? Show the care, show the affection, show the attention to details. It's always in the little things with women. Believe it or not, it really is the little things. Could be getting her favorite ice cream. Could be, that the random bouquet of flowers. You notice that she liked, I don't know, a certain color of lipstick, or she wants to go get her hair and nails done, and but she's been really busy. It's helping her with those things. It's being an equal partner in the relationship, okay? Where everything is 100, not 50-50. You put in and they put in, okay? You make the effort, but you make the effort if that's what you decide to do, okay? But unfortunately, before I even get there, I got to look at this one. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. So this is someone that you kind of been back and forth with. It's what I like to call the same old dance, the same old song and dance. And is this worth repeating? If it's worth repeating and you know that you're the one who needs to put in more effort, then that's what you need to do. Otherwise, you're going to separate from one another, you're going to break up, you're going to end the relationship, and it's all going to be because you're the one who's not being truthful. You're the one who's not being honest. Too stuck in your ego, you need to get out of it, okay? And you need to make that effort to move forward. Unless you feel like this is not the kind of relationship that you want, or at least not with the person. So if you need to decide between 2 people, or you need to decide between whether or not you want it, you need to make that choice sooner rather than later. All right, Aries man. Good luck with that. Let me know how it goes. Leave your comments below. All right, we're going to go on to Aries ladies. What love messages do we have for Aries ladies for the first half of May 2020? What love messages do we have for our Aries ladies for the first half of May 2020? I'm going to take those. I'm going to keep them. Whoa. These cards came out. One, deception. Two, very soon. Uh-oh. Three, stay optimistic. Four, forgiving and learning. Can I have one more, please? One more card for the Aries ladies. Sorry, I'm combining words left and right tonight. I think this is a little bit deep, you know? These are some very interesting relationships. One more card, please, for Aries ladies. Love message for the first half of 2020. One more card, please. Oh, I saw it. There it is. Okay. I can tell you right now by looking at everything here, that's kind of like your red flag there. So you have deception, like the Aries men, someone is wearing a false mask in this relationship. And personally, I think it could be from your part too, Aries ladies. You may also be wearing a mask by not being sincere about your thoughts, your opinions, your feelings, what direction you think this relationship should go in. However, you need to decide very soon. Clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. All right. Maybe it's not you. Because it says pay attention to the red flags. Or maybe you both are, you and your significant other. So it says stay optimistic about your love life. Positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So you're feeling like your significant other is the one who's wearing the mask in this case, okay? And so figure out what you want. What do you want? Do you want to stay in this relationship that obviously somebody is not forthcoming with honesty, with integrity, with actual sincere love and loyalty? Well, then tell them to go kick rocks. What else can I tell you? Either that or you stay with them, stick it out, see how long you plan to put it up, put up with it. I mean, can't complain if that's what you decide to do. But if you choose to let go, forgiving and learning is also important. Not only is it about being optimistic about your love life, positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. Forgiving and learning, as you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. So I think it's more about you finally making the decision to let go. To let go and let be, to forgive, and to know that in due time you will have the right uh you will find the right person for you. Okay. But you got to pay attention to the red flags. So there's obviously red flags there. So then that's why I say it's the other person more likely that they're the ones who are wearing the mask. There are things that they're doing that that makes you question them. and your intuition is telling you, it's letting you know, but you're not seeing it. Or not that you don't see it, you see it, but you go into denial. Love is blinding you. You don't want to see that part of them. You don't want to admit it. It's there. So pay attention to the red flags and make sure to let go if things are not right. Okay. It says positive thinking and faith will bring you romance. So remember, I said you might want to get back in tune with your emotional side. Remember, there was a reconciliation with the Queen of Cups in the general reading and the advice cards. So for you, Aries ladies, I think that's also part of the advice and part of the reason why you have this love reading. You're gonna have to let this go, because you know that that person is not doing right by you, and understand that you do deserve love. It is gonna come your way. You just have to be positive about it. Maybe not in the beginning because it's gonna be difficult, but as time goes on, you're gonna want to forgive, and by forgiving, you're also healing. All right. Okay, Aries ladies, that kind of hurts. I'm not gonna lie, but I really do hope for the best. Let me know how this resonates with you down below in the comments. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Um, and make the choices that are best for you. This is your life. You're the one experiencing it. Do you live it? All right, guys. Until the next half of May. Talk to you then. Bye.